Hi friends, for this French Food Friday you're going to need some 70% cocoa chocolate, some butter, some white sugar, some brown sugar, 4 eggs, and flour even if I don't pick it up. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Then you're going to use a double boiler method, which is a bowl inside of a pot that has some warm water in it, and you're going to melt a cup and a half or 250 grams of chocolate. Once your chocolate is good and melted, you're going to take your 8 tablespoons or 250 grams of butter. The original recipe that I had was in grams, so my grams to ounces or grams to cups measurements might be a little off, but they're pretty close. Once your butter and chocolate are melted together and smooth, you're going to carefully pour your chocolate and butter mixture into another bowl, and once that is in there, you're going to take your sugar. That's 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar and white sugar, half one, half the other. You're going to mix that together until it is all smooth. Then you're going to take 5/8 a cup of flour. That's all-purpose flour. I know that it looks like it's a full measuring cup, but I measured it out and just used that cup to pour it in there. Make sure that you scrape all of the sides down. And then you're going to crack your 4 eggs into a separate bowl. I feel like that it's a French thing to scramble your eggs together before you pour it into your mixture, but somehow I think that works good. And then you're going to try to get it to a real thick consistency. You're wanting it to be about this thick, where it's still liquid, but it's also really thick. And you're going to take it and put it into a regular size round cake pan. The recipe that I'm following says a 24 centimeter cake pan. And right before you put your cake in, you're going to turn your oven from 400 degrees down to 300 degrees. I'm not sure why you started off that hot, but that's just what the recipe said that I'm following. You put your cake into the oven, and you're going to set a timer for 25 minutes. It might take a little longer than this, but once your timer is done, pull out your cake and see that it is pretty solid on the top, maybe a little liquidy, but mostly solid. You're going to let it sit for 10 minutes. Hi friends, welcome to another episode of French Food Friday. On this French Food Friday, we're trying Gateau au Chocolat Mi-Cuit, or half-baked, half-cooked chocolate cake. So let's cut into this. I was reading or listening to the video that explained how to make this cake, and the guy said that it was kind of like a brownie. And one thing that I learned from my parents is that if you're cutting a brownie, a plastic knife is a really good thing to use for that. So let's try this. Ooh. It's almost like a lava cake. It's still very warm even though I've let it sit for 10 minutes. It's very squishy, very much liquidy on the inside. I think that it could have stayed in the oven for a little bit longer, but I like it like this, so or at least I think I like it like this. I like doughy things most of the time. Let's try it. Bon appetit. Mm. That is really hot, but that tastes really good. It's almost like halfway between a chocolate cake and a brownie, but it also has the very liquidy, like molten lava cake feel to it as well. Almost burnt my tongue with just the hot lava in the middle of this. It's very rich. I think one thing that we lose a lot of the time in American desserts is there's a lot of sugar and it's very sweet, but just the complexity of flavors is something that we don't always necessarily have in our sweet treats. But this has a really rich chocolate flavor, and not is it only just like a rich chocolate flavor, but you can really tell that it's a lot more cocoa than just kind of a milk chocolate. I'm gonna try one of these corner pieces. Well, I don't guess it's a corner piece since it's a round pan, but I'm gonna try a piece with some more crust. That is delicious. I don't know if it's supposed to be this moist on the inside. I feel like that I could have cooked it for a little bit longer. I might have needed to have made it a bit hotter in the oven too. My Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion might have been off a little bit. But yeah, this is a very good, rich chocolate cake. I would definitely give this an 8.5, maybe closer to a 9 out of 10. I will definitely be making this again. I might try to go more with the metric. This time I tried to convert it into the imperial or whatever our system's called. And so some of the ingredients might have been a little bit off, but yeah, this is definitely a really good, rich cake. I definitely recommend you try to make this. It's a really easy recipe, especially if you're making it using the metric system, using grams. All of your things are pretty much equal. Your sugar, your butter, and your chocolate are all the same amount of grams, 250 grams. So it's a really easy recipe to memorize and to try. Impress your friends, impress your family, your loved ones. Definitely try Gateau au Chocolat Mi-Cuit. Shout out to my friend Mimi who recommended this and sent me this recipe. If you have anything that you would like me to try, please drop that in the comment section below. I've been really enjoying trying out these recipes that the people that follow French Food Friday have been sending in. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jacob with the Hannah Project, and like my Facebook page, Jacob with the Hannah Project. I hope you've enjoyed this week of French Food Friday, and I can't wait to see you next week. Au revoir, au bientôt.